Hello guys, today is a new episode of my 10 guides. Today's episode I want to dedicate for tier 10 heavy tank, Chinese tier 10 heavy tank, WZ-111 Model 5A. This is the closest brother to Object 277 that I made a guide in previous video, but they're actually not the same. We will see why a little bit later. And what I would like to say, this tank was one of the strongest in the game in the future. But now it's just a comfortable tank for today's random. It's not the weakest one, it's not the strongest one, but you will just have fun playing it. So if you are thinking to learn it or not, of course you will like it for sure. So let's begin. First of all, let's look at the equipment. On my opinion, there's three options of equipment. First of all, first one I mean, you can see right now on your screen. It's a hardening rammer and stabilizer. The second one it's a turbine rammer and stabilizer, and the third one it's all-in-one. It's hardening, turbine, and a rammer. But I would not recommend you to throw a stabilizer away because the tank hasn't the best stabilization in the game. So I think the stabilizer is needed on this tank. Now let's look at the field modification. As you can see, I don't have it yet, but I would prefer to take the left one, the right one, the left one, and not to take the last one because it takes the same as it gives. So I don't think it's needed on this tank. And of course, the slot you will take including what you want to play. If you want to play a hardening and if you want to play with turbine, of course, you can take for mobility. It will upgrade it very hard. It will be much faster. And if you want to play with my equipment, you can just take firepower and it will boost your gun a little bit. Now let's look at the crew. Here is the commander. Here's a gunner. Here is a driver. And the last one is loader. Now I will show you the collision model and we will look at the armor of this tank. So here it is. I will compare this tank with Object 277 because their gameplay almost the same and their armor almost the same, but on my opinion, actually it's not my opinion, there it's like it is, the WZ has less armor than Object 277, and that's why. The lower detail is 220 effective armor. For tier 8 tanks it's actually okay. Probably you will bounce some shells from tier 8 tanks like Super Pershing, but for tier 9 and tier 10 tanks it's literally nothing. So yeah, the upper detail, as you can see, there's 2 cheeks in upper detail and 2 more cheeks. Actually there's 4 cheeks, and as you can see there is not the best angle, and there is only 140 impacted armor, so that gives you only 240 effective armor. That actually not the best upper detail in the game, and actually almost all tier 10 heavy tank will pen it easily without any problems. But it's a little bit more armor to the edges of your cheeks. But if someone hits these two cheeks that a little bit lower, there, as you can see, insane angle, so they will just ricochet. So I would like to say that you can fight with the tier 8 tanks easily, and almost all tier 8 tanks will bounce from your upper detail and some from lower detail, but against tier 9 and tier 10 tanks it's a little bit weak. What about sides of our tank? As you can see, we have upper part of sides which placed on angle, and the lower part which is on the straight angle. So the upper part is 80 millimeters and the lower part is 80 millimeters as well. But and as well we have the part above our track, it's 120 millimeters. So if you are placing a diamond, you can easily play with your upper part above the track. You can play with upper part which place it on angle, and the lower part will ricochet as well. But if someone plays on hits, you cannot overturn, because as you can see there is a huge chance to pen you. So you cannot overturn at all. And of course there is a part of your cheek that is gonna be penned, so you have to be very careful making a diamond. You can try to make a reverse diamond because there's a much smaller cheek, but again, you cannot overturn because you're gonna be penned in the lower part of your side. The upper parts are fine. So you have to be very careful, and if you want to play from diamond, you have to be very, very, very careful again, and don't overturn at all. Now let's look at the tower. Let's look at the mask, first of all. From the right side, actually the mask don't have any holes to pen. Actually there is a little bit, about 200 millimeters, but to be honest, it is actually probably, yeah, or no. Actually there is 2 holes from the both sides of the gun behind the circle of the gun. There's 200 millimeters, and you can, I'm not actually sure that you will ever hit these spots, but you can try. But I don't have ideas why will you try to hit these spots when this tank has cupola like this. But we will look a little bit later. Now mask. There is 300 millimeters in the center of the mask, and under the mask, and there is 2 little holes where you can see 270 millimeters and 270 millimeters as well. But again, let's be honest, you won't ever hit these spots, so just forget about it. What about the tower? It's actually very strong, and you can easily play from it, because the gun has enough gun depression to play from it. So yeah, pretty nice tower. The roof is 100 millimeters, so you can just forget about the rule of 3 calibers. And now let's look at the cupolas. As you can see, they're pretty huge, so you have to be very careful. But there's in the right cupola 230 millimeters actually, and somewhere you can find 300 millimeters, but actually it's a weak cupola, and you will get damage in it very often, so be careful. And the left cupola is 213 millimeters in the center, and that's very sad. So yeah, now let's get back to the garage and talk about pros and cons of the tank. So here it is. First of all, the tank is pretty small. It's long, but it's not high. So as you can see, it is actually the same size as Object 277, literally the same size. So that gives you a lot of opportunities to find a place to hide your weak like body. So first of all, let's begin from the gun. The tank has two types of shells. The first one is the normal one, it's AP, and the golden one, it's hits. So the normal one pans 250 millimeters and flies 930 meters per second. It's actually very bad shell because it flies pretty slow. It pans not much, and actually it's a pretty bad shell. But the golden one is pretty fine. So it pans 340 millimeters of armor and flies 930. It's just a default one. It's just a default heavy tank shell. Pretty comfortable to play. And with this gun, which as you can see has -7 degrees of gun depression, that's very good, that's very comfortable, and you can find the places to play from your tower, which is your strongest place on the tank. Average damage is 490. It's actually very good. Gun loading 9 seconds. It's insane. The gun has very good damage per minute. 3000, I mean 250, what is very good for a heavy tank, and it's very interesting to play on this type of vehicle with this mobility and this gun. What about mobility? The tank's top speed is 50 kilometers per hour. Its forward and back is 15 kilometers per hour. It's pretty comfortable. It's very fast. This tank easily can change positions and flanks, even the flanks. So yeah. About disadvantages of the tank. I think there's only a few disadvantages. It's stabilization, because it's pretty awful. I will show you in the matches, and it's a little bit hard to play because the tank has not the best armor in the game, and its body pans with a lot of shells in this game. But now I will play the matches, and I will try to show you how this tank feels in today's random, how it plays, and we will see in the first match. So here we go. First of all, what can I say? I wish I had a turbine here, because I would like to take a hill here and play with my medium tanks, but as we can see, there's enough medium tanks going to the hill, so I think I will play from the downside. I will try to play pretty aggressive. Unfortunately, missed a shot on the Projetta. By the way, if you are still thinking, if you have one of this tank or WZ or object, and you are thinking if you want the other one, of course you should have it, Because the tanks looks like the same, but actually their place and feels very different because of their unique abilities. Like it's a gun from WZ, I mean, and the armor from object. So you need both of them. I didn't pen this guy even once, unfortunately, but I think he don't have more shells yet in magazine, so I can peek there. Their VZ is hiding. Okay, he can see me, but I cannot see him. No. There's object who can see me. Now we know where is this guy's lower detail. As we can see, there's nothing happening on the map. We literally have control on the whole map, and they're just defending their base. That sucks because there's a lot of medium tanks which will kill us without getting spotted. Nice, finally I get a shot on this guy. I cannot pick more aggressive because I didn't hit because there was explosive behind them. Nice. Oh, that's... Take this one, motherfucker. That's very important that we killed him, because now he will not spot me. Imagine, I should hit this guy. Oh, that's my bad. For sure. Unlucky miss. Repairing my vision, because I will not spot them if I want to repair it. I have no clue how didn't I pen him right now. Finally. I cannot pick because of this guy. He will just kill me into the side of my tank. I have not much shells left actually, so I have to use them. This guy making a mistake. He shows me his cheek that I can easily pen. I cannot play while this guy is still alive. Nice. So as you can see, when you hit the tank and you can see the average damage in 500, that makes you happy as fuck actually. Fuck, I'm really scared of doing shit like that. Like my Leo. He will die right now. They left him alone somehow. Okay, we're already winning actually. I will risk. There is a place where I can pen E7. I will push on Is. I have to kill him first. Oh my god. That's what I told you about these tanks. Who are you, my friend? Oh my goodness. I have faster reload than this guy, and I'm not even scared of him at all. I'm ready to take extra damage from some tanks, because that's already the end of the match. Actually, it's okay match. Default for this tank, for sure, because we got 4300s of damage and 1300s, actually almost 1400s of assist. That's fine. Nothing special, just playing from our tower, as I said, and from our damage per minute. Nothing special. So now let's look at the results of the match. As I said, 4300s of damage and 1400s of assist. Yeah, let's use it, why not? What else? We are top 1 damage in our team. Pretty nice. Now let's look. Oh, we can get a new field modification. Let's take it for sure. And here I will take the left one. Now let's look at the second match. So here we go. The second match. What can we see? Again, 2 artists. That fucking sucks. I have type 5 heavy in my team, and they have E100. That sucks as well, because type 5 heavy, on my opinion, much worse than E100. Playing again against tier 9 tanks again. Actually, not again. We'll try to find some free damage here. Oh my god, the RT-54 is already running. Just will shoot for luck. I will not play aggressive for sure, because my teammates will not play with me. I'm just gonna play here. Pretty careful, not overpeaking. Unfortunately, I don't have 7 degrees of... Oh my god, I made a mistake. No. Nice. Actually, that's him. He made a mistake. What do you want, man? Oh my god. Bro! He has one more. Who are you? Who is that Pokemon? He's so mad that he picked like that, I'm sure. Bro, fuck off. Actually, that was a bad shot, but RNG made it real. Something like that. Didn't hit this man's cupola. Actually, I have to pen him between his eyes. Nice. Just staying and dealing damage on our damage per minute. I want to hit 100 as well. Actually, that's a mistake. I should destroy tanks in a row. I should not switch and... How did I hit the ground? Fucking RT. I already missed 2 shots because of this shit. And I'm stunned again. This guy don't have reload. Oh my god, this is the final boss. We have to kill him very fast because he will makes a lot of problems later. But not now, actually. Just trying to deal as much damage as we can. As it is possible. Somehow I didn't pen E100 right now. Immediately repairing and trying to hide from E100. I hope, yes, kill not me. Bruh, and where to pen him? I have fucking... Who are you? Who are you, my friend? Who the fuck are you? And what are you doing right here? Fuck, I missed the shot on E100, actually. I had hits, so I could not pen him. I should try to pen him through the tower, actually. Not through the track. But anyway, we have 4,300 of damage. Actually, again, the default match, nothing special, nothing like nothing interesting. Just played from the tower, from our damage per minute, and that's it. Now I will make this match a little bit faster for you, so you don't have to watch this circus. So yeah, we will meet in the garage. So yeah, actually my teammates write in the chat that my RT didn't help us at all. Actually, that's true, because their RT just destroyed. I ruined at least 2 shots because of RT, and my damage per minute was not that good as it could be. So as you can see, again, we tier 1, top 1 of damage, deal at 4,300. That's nice. Minus 47k. Actually, nothing special, but to sum up, I really recommend this tank if you want something special. Like, if you already have Object 277, for sure you have to learn a WZ-111 Model 5A. Because these two tanks has pretty unique gameplay, and it is very interesting. Both tanks are very interesting. So yeah, you have seen 2 matches, how this tank feels in today's random. As you can see, it's totally fine. And yeah, that's it. So thanks everyone for watching. Subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. And of course, let me know in the comment if you like my videos or not, and if you want to add something to my guides, or maybe to delete something from it. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and goodbye.